Let's talk about something that might not be on your radar, but absolutely should be. What if the biggest threat to your AI system isn't a flaw in your own code, but an issue at a totally different company? In this explainer, we're going to dig into the world of vendor dependencies and figure out how to build a disaster recovery plan that actually accounts for them.
So, this is part of a much bigger series where we're walking through an awesome, super detailed guide from Virtualization Options LLC on DR for AI systems. Right now, we are laser focused on Chapter 11, which is all about managing your vendors and other third parties. And trust me, this is a topic that can really make or break your entire system's resilience.
All right, so here's our game plan. First, we'll get into what I'm calling the dependency dilemma, basically the hidden dangers of relying on outside services. Then, we're going to walk through a really solid three-pillar framework for defending against it, covering everything from contracts to code. Okay, first things first. You have to understand that your AI system, well, it's not an island. It's not some self-contained fortress. It's more like a busy city, deeply connected with all sorts of external services that help it run. Just think about your own setup for a second. You're probably leaning on cloud providers, maybe some managed AI services, external data feeds, and a bunch of other tools. Now, each one of these services is amazing, but they also represent a potential point of failure that you have to think about when you're planning for things to go wrong. So, how do all these dependencies become a real risk? Well, this is where things get a little scary, because they can create this massive vulnerability that you don't even directly control. This isn't just a technical problem. It's a huge business risk.
And this quote it completely nails the problem, doesn't it? You can't just spin up a backup of your vendor's service. If they have an outage, you are pretty much at their mercy. And with AI, where every single second of downtime costs you, that's a gamble you really can't afford to take.
So, the big question is, how do you manage a risk you can't physically control? The answer doesn't start with code. It actually starts with something far more basic, a really strong contractual foundation. This is your first line of defense.
And this is where it all gets real. Your recovery plan is only as solid as your understanding of your vendor's SLAs. Seriously, don't just treat these as legal documents you sign and forget. They are literally the playbook for how your vendors are supposed to act in a crisis. What's their promised recovery time? What happens if they miss it? If you don't know what's in your SLAs, you're essentially flying blind.
Okay, so you've got your contract sorted out. That's pillar number one. But that's not the whole story, not by a long shot. Let's talk about the other two pillars, smart architectural design and, crucially, coordination with your vendors. This is all about shifting your mindset from being reactive to being proactive. It means designing systems that can actually handle a vendor outage without the whole thing collapsing. Using patterns like circuit breakers to stop failures from cascading. And it also means setting up clear lines of communication with your partners before disaster strikes. Because when things go sideways, you won't have time to figure it all out.
So, what does this look like in the real world? First, look at your architecture. Can your system degrade gracefully if a non-critical service goes down? Could you, say, switch to a backup provider in a multi-cloud scenario? Then it's all about coordination. Have you actually run through a disaster scenario with your key vendors? These aren't just thought exercises, they're the practice drills that are going to save you when a real crisis hits.
Okay, let's pull all these threads together. Let's turn all this theory into a simple, powerful, and most importantly, an actionable plan for managing your third-party risk.
Look, if you remember just one thing from all this, make it these three pillars. 1. Know your contracts and SLAs like the back of your hand. 2. Build your own architecture to be resilient. And 3. Create and actually test recovery plans with your partners. That's it. That's how you make sure a vendor's problem doesn't become your catastrophe.
So I'll leave you with this. Go back to your team and ask this one simple question. Which of our vendors keeps you up at night? Seriously, the answer to that question is where you need to start building a more resilient AI future. Don't wait for a disaster to force the conversation.